Dude, where's the rest of my rectangle? Welcome back to Jackson Square. Today we'll be looking at Teach 6.10a, the last thing I need to teach you before your test on tomorrow. We are looking at solving one step, one variable, inequalities that have to do with geometric shapes or objects. So it says, let's try to solve some inequalities or equations, but with geometric shapes. Remember, area of a rectangle is length times width, and perimeter is the distance around a two-dimensional shape. Okay, so it tells us the length of a rectangle is 120 meters. The area is at most 120 meters squared. Write an inequality for the area of the rectangle and find the greatest possible width. So we're looking for the width, okay? So the length equals 20 meters. The area has to be at most. At most means less than or equal to. At most is like maximum. It can be equal to the max or less than the max. So it has to be at most 120 meters squared. And we know the area is equal to length times width. So these two are multiplied together. So let's say if we were looking for that, we would say length times width. Length is 20. The width I don't know. We're looking for at most 120. Okay, so length times width will give me area. We're just going to take that equation sign and change it into an inequality. So we are solving for the width. So as always, I'm going to put my dotted line. I don't see a plus sign. I don't see a subtraction sign. I don't see a division sign. So I know that 20 is being multiplied times W. So to get W alone, I have to divide both sides by 20. Okay, we're left with 1W less than or equal to. 20 will go into 120 6 times. So what does that mean? That means that W has to be less than 6 or W can be equal to 6. So the length of the measurement of the width could be 6 meters or it could be less than 6 meters, okay? It could be 6 meters or it could be less than 6 meters because it can be less than or equal to. So let's just do a check, okay? What if we said the width was 5? Then I could do 20 times 5, less than or equal to 20. 5 times 2 is 10, so that would give me 100, which is less than 120, okay? So that works. What if we said the width was 3? 20 times 3 has to be less than or equal to 120. That would give me 60, which is less than 120, okay? So the width can be less than or equal to 6. The next one says the width of a rectangle is 8 feet and its area is less than 168 feet squared. Write and solve an inequality to represent the length of the rectangle. So the width is 8 feet. The area is less than 168 feet, and we're looking for the length. Okay, so again, we know length times width equals area. So they told me the width was 8. The area is less than, so we know that's a less than sign, 168 feet squared. And we're looking for the length, okay? Looking for the length. So because I know that length times width equals area, I'm going to times the length has to be less than 168. I want to get L alone, draw my dotted line. Again, no plus sign, no subtraction sign, no fraction bar. This is multiplication. The opposite of that is division. I'm going to divide both sides by 8. Here I'll be left with L, bring down my sign. 8 will go into 168 21 times. So that means the value of the length has to be less than 21. So let's check. Let's see. Let's say the length is 15. Will that work? 8 times 15 has to be less than 168. So 8 times 15 would be 120. Is that less than 168? Yes. So any value that's less than 21 could be the length of this rectangle. So here's one more. The length of a rectangle is 90 inches. Its area is less than 360 square inches. What is the greatest possible width of the rectangle? So I want you guys to pause and practice and do this one by yourself. What could the possible width of this rectangle be? And then come back. Welcome back. So hopefully you realize that the width of this rectangle has to be less than 4 inches. The width has to be less than 4 inches. So anything less than 4 inches would satisfy. 3 inches, 2 inches, 1 inch couldn't be 0 inches or a negative number, right? So there are only a few options that would make it be a rectangle and have a side. So W has to be less than 4 inches. Hopefully you set your problem up correctly. At the last one, an equilateral triangle has a perimeter of 48 centimeters. What is the length of each side? So hopefully you know that equilateral means that it has equal sides. That means all the sides are equal. So if this was our triangle, all 3 sides, and know that a triangle has 3 sides are equal, A plus B plus C will give me the parameter. Adding A plus B plus C will give me the perimeter of that triangle, and all the sides have the same length. So if I wanted to find out what the length of the sides were, then because they're all the same, I could use a multiplication equation to figure that out. So because it's 3 sides, the length times 3, I would do 3 times, and we'll just say x, equals 48. Okay, it's 3 times x. I'm saying the sides are x. So this is x, x, and x. Because they're equilateral, they will all have the same value. So x plus x will give me my perimeter of 48. So I want to solve it by dividing both sides by 3. X will equal to 3 goes into 4 one time, and then that will be 18. X will be 16 centimeters. Okay. The side would be 16. 16 plus 16 plus 16 would give us 48 centimeters. So you will see some of these on your test review. So hopefully you paid attention and you updated your notebook. Good luck.